Alright, if your goal is to build muscle, then you should never be maxing out in the gym. Here's why. Quick side note, code MAXI on MyProtein is 50% off until the 19th. Highly recommend these heritage oversized tees. Anyway, if you watch my video on training intensity, you know that the last 5 reps of any set taken to failure are the only ones that matter, since these are the reps that involuntarily slow down, causing your muscles to produce more force and thus eliciting hypertrophy. But because these reps require so much effort, as you get closer to failure, you start building up more and more fatigue. Now, if you were to only do that last rep before failure, or a 1 rep max, then you would essentially just be missing out on all of that hypertrophy from those 4 earlier reps, but still getting all of that fatigue from training to failure. So not very efficient. And you might be thinking, well, what about programs that tell you to do 80% of your 1 rep max for X number of reps? Don't you need to know your max to figure that out? Well, hot take, if this is on your program, it is not a good hypertrophy program. Just because you can do a certain weight for 1 rep does not mean you can do 80% of it for another. Unless you are strictly training to increase your strength, you never have to deal with any of these fancy percentages. Just choose a rep range and a weight, take that set to failure, and if you do more reps than you thought, increase the weight, and if you do less, decrease it. It really is that simple. And before I get any comments, yes, obviously you can train however the hell you want to. If you love maxing out and testing your strength, by all means go for it. It's not like it's gonna ruin all your progress. I just wouldn't recommend doing it very often, since at the end of the day, it's just not a very efficient use of your time if your goal is to build muscle.